Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Shannon, also known as Shannonsense. I have seen so many posts for 2019 resolutions or goals to either go vegan, vegetarian, eat more veggies, or just incorporate more plant-based meals, and I think that's amazing. I started switching to a plant-based diet in July 2017, and I officially went completely vegan in April in 2018. I know it can be sometimes scary or overwhelming, you don't know how to do it, so I just wanted to give my best advice today. So if you're looking to incorporate more plant-based meals, then please just hang around for my tips. But before I get into them, make sure you do subscribe down below and then give this video a big thumbs up. Okay, so tip number one is to eat foods you already like. I will get on Pinterest and look up like plant-based meals, vegan meals, and I will see crazy things like haul out an avocado and stuff with insert fruits and veggies you've never heard of. You know, this is like you're changing the whole way you eat almost. Eat things you already like. This is already such a big change. This isn't the time to eat things you're not used to. You know, example, if you don't like zucchini, you're not gonna magically wake up and like zucchini. Now, taste buds do change, that is totally true, but not a step I would suggest for beginners. Tip number two is to realize what you're adding in, not what you're taking away. So let's take tacos for example. I love tacos. Before going vegan, I would literally just have a tortilla shell and then I would put, you know, like ground beef with the taco seasoning on it, cheese, lettuce and tomato, and then sometimes a side of rice, but not always. So let's make that vegan. It's literally a boring tortilla filled with lettuce and tomato. That's gross. So that's why it's not thinking about what you're taking away, but what you're adding in. Now when I make tacos, I add in so much stuff, there's literally not room for meat and cheese. I don't make boring rice, I make a cilantro lime rice. I've got beans, I might have black beans, pinto beans, a bunch of sauteed vegetables, from onions to peppers, mushrooms, boring tomatoes turned into a pico salsa. I make guacamole, corn, different sauces. There's literally not room for meat and cheese. Like, I'm making it fun and flavorful. And yeah, if you're just thinking about it like, oh, my meal with meat and two sides take away the meat and I'm just left with boring vegetables, then yeah, that does sound like something very boring. Tip number three is to just eat enough. Meat and dairy is high in calorie and also high in fat. So if you're just expected to eat the same kind of portions or just like the same amount, you know, that's low calorie food, you might be feeling starving and then you're hangry and then you're gonna wanna break it easily. So you need to realize you need to incorporate a larger quantity, like I'm eating sometimes giant amounts or I'm eating more often. Or, you know, add to it, add more protein sources, healthy fats like avocados or condiments or nuts and seeds, things like that. That will definitely keep you satisfied even longer. Tip number four is have a reason to be doing this. Why are you doing this? Why do you want to incorporate more plant-based meals? Is it because you saw it on Instagram or your friend is doing it? You know, that's great, that can kind of get your mind turning, but you need to have a reason. You should definitely watch some vegan documentaries. You should look up some research and have a reason. You know, you can be wanting to do it for your health, for the animals, for the environment, all three or more. For me, what made me finally want to make the switch was my health, but it's never been like a diet for me because, you know, you can cheat on diets. You can fall off of diets. I've always been a huge animal lover. I care about the environment. So like if I ever wanted to quit back then, those kind of things would tick in my mind like, oh, and it was not even second guessing that I was ever gonna quit. Like it meant so much to me to do this. Having those reasons will just really fuel your passion. So now I just wanna explain my own personal fail with transitioning to more plant-based foods. So like I said, I started transitioning in July 2017, but actually the summer before, my now husband and I just wanted to eat more like vegan meals at home. So we didn't listen to these tips I already gave and we tried different meals. We went to the grocery store, bought all the stuff, and we majorly failed. So number one is we made a tofu fried rice. I have no clue how we messed up actually because tofu is very spongy, but we cut it like so small. It was like hard rocks in our rice, burnt rocks, and it was like disgusting. Then we tried a buffalo cauliflower recipe because I love buffalo, like sauce, anything, like I love hot sauce. And then buffalo wings were my favorite things. So I was like, oh, buffalo cauliflower. I don't know, you know, do your research on the actual recipe. You guys clicked the first one and went with it. There was like no breading on it. It literally tasted like I just like microwaved some cauliflower and dipped it in hot sauce. Like the cauliflower was still hard, there was no breading. And I was just totally turned off then. Then, you know, we stopped trying to make vegan meals and it didn't come later until a year. So, you know, I gave those 4 tips. Think about them, do your research. It doesn't have to be an overnight thing. I mean, even if you're doing 1 meal a week, that is flipping awesome. So I have a ton of more tips and I don't wanna make this too overwhelming. So next week, I'm gonna give you a part 2 with even like little smaller tips, but definitely try to think of these 4 tips I gave and also take my fail into consideration. And let me know in the comments down below also if there's anything you want me to mention, but I will see you next week. And I am so excited if you are deciding to go vegan this year, if you're doing veganuary, or just literally eating 1 vegan meal a week. If that is a fruit bowl for breakfast, then I am proud of you. So make sure to like this video, subscribe, comment, and share it to the world. Bye guys.